Good evening, everyone. Good evening, fellow Semites. Any Semites in the room? That was beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm used to hugging Iranians. My wife is Iranian, so it's great. Thank you. You know, one of the reasons why I think they moved us out of Amazon is because they're so scared of us having joy. And joy is such an important part of just being an activist. To be able, I was watching the women and others dancing in the center there, and I thought, this is the scariest thing for them. It really is. And it's quite remarkable to see it so beautifully displayed here. I want to echo the shame on Amazon thing. I want to echo the fact that Amazon, you know, and instead of looking up our names, they should have looked up how much money we spend, you know, because I'm sure many of us use Amazon for many different things. But it's a loss really for them, not for us. And I realized in this really difficult moment that we're all experiencing, the fragility of these people, you know? They're so fragile. You know, these Europeans, these European descendants are so damn fragile. They're just losing their minds. But yet, they have the nerve to call us anti-Semitic for speaking up against a genocide, but yet they're the ones that invented anti-Semitism. Exactly. They're the ones also that brought us Nazism, that brought us fascism, Zionism, of course. They brought us apartheid. They even brought us the bubonic plague, all right? They also gave us people like Hitler, and they gave us people like Mussolini, and they gave us people like King Leopold. Not very nice people. They gave us Netanyahu, that Polish guy. They gave us Cecil Rhodes. They gave us all these people. And yet, they continue. Anybody else you want to mention? And that guy, the Orange Plague. Today I was at the library. I don't know how many of you were at the Library of Congress. And I was looking around this beautiful, gorgeous building. You know, it was really, really beautiful. And they had this beautiful display of Arab books and Arab writing and so on. And the woman there was explaining to me, you know, all the writings and the beginning of libraries. It turns out the beginning of libraries happened in Mesopotamia, our part of the world. And yet, while we were our part of the world, we were making incredible things, incredible advances in math and sciences. We were measuring the heavens. We were doing incredible things. We were making laws. We were writing books. What were they doing? They were burning witches. Like, seriously, this is the history that we're talking about. This is the history that they're trying to rewrite. This is the history that scares the hell out of them. During these very, very difficult and troubling times, we have a real opportunity in front of us, a real serious opportunity to make this union more perfect. We as Americans have to work harder to ensure that the values this country is supposed to stand for are actually upheld. Nicole Hannah-Jones wrote in the 1619 Project, I don't know if any of you had a chance to look at it, read it, she talked about how black people in this country made the biggest contribution to upholding democracy. They're the ones that fought for democracy. Why? Because they were the most oppressed. This is our chance right now to really fight for these important things that makes this country what we hope it will be. They fought, black people fought, to bring about the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act, and those opportunities allowed us the freedoms that we have and we're losing right now today. We, immigrants and people who came afterwards, now benefit from these things, but now we have to carry the baton and we have to move it forward. This is a time where we are called in history. We are really called in history to fight against the injustices that are happening, not only to Arabs and Muslims, but also to immigrants and people of color all over the world. We really have to uphold these things because this is our time. This is our duty. We have to uphold the idea that ICC and the ICJ is actually a legitimate body. We have to make sure that that's upheld, not because of one particular incident or something, but it's going to make a difference throughout history if we don't do that. We have to fight against the draconian measures that equate anti-Semitism with anything that sounds like anti-genocide, anything that Israel is doing that's horrific to the Palestinians or the ethnic cleansing that's taking place. We know this is ridiculous. But they hope by keeping pushing and pushing and pushing that we'll just kind of fade away, walk away. I want you to know that we have the numbers on our side. We are the new moral majority. We are the people that are upholding truth. We are the people that are on the right side of history. I assure you, history will not be kind to them. This is our moment. They are a dying breed of truth contortionists. That's what they do. They try to contort the truth. They are gasping for those last moments of white supremacy. And we have to keep pushing because things get darker before they get light. So please don't give up. This is not the time. I'm looking around the room and seeing the most amazing activists. I look at Hazami and I think, oh my God, this woman is an angel. She is relentless. Every single day they come after her and they fight and they fight and they push at her and they bring lawsuits and what, but she is there every single day. I look around the corner and see people like Medea Benjamin, who is out there harassing and standing in front of these members of Congress who just cannot stand when they see her because she calls them out as liars. How many of you had a chance to be at the demonstration this last weekend? It was a great demonstration. So many people came out, so many, all kinds, young, old, black, white, brown, you name it. There were babies, there were dogs, it was everything. It was just the most beautiful gathering of humanity, speaking truth to power, despite the fears, despite all the things that they're throwing at us. People are taken to the street. People are taken to the street to make a big difference. But what needs to happen is we need to take that street power and bring it into the halls of Congress. We need to take that street power and make a difference that's really going to make a difference for our children, our grandchildren. We have to make sure that we have not only demonstrate and scream and yell, which is really important because there's a couple of things why we do that. One thing is, and somebody asked me, they said, why do you demonstrate? It's because I don't want to be like them. I want to be around my people. I want to be around people who care about humanity. I want to be around people who see other human beings like their brothers and sisters, and the impact of one child is going to impact every child. I want to be around those people. Those are the people that are my family. Those are the people that I care about. So we have to continue to do this, despite all the horrors that are happening. And I'm not saying that you should throw yourself in front of every locomotive that comes by. I'm not saying that you have to be the sacrificial lamb. But those that have privilege should be able to stand at the front of the line. Those that are able to stand up for the horrors that are taking place should be able to stand up and protect the others that cannot protect themselves. Those are the people that need, and I know there's some of them in this room. We need to work not only in the street, but we need to bring it into the campaigns. We need to make donations. We need to donate money. Money, unfortunately, is the milk of democracy, unfortunately, in this country, so far as we know it. And we need to continue to be able to support our candidates, people like Rashida Tlaib, people like Ilhan Omar, people like that, Dalia Ramirez, people like that need to be supported. It's not okay to just say hello to them and shake their hand and thank them for what they're doing, because they're putting their lives on the line, literally. They're putting every single minute of their life. They get threats. They get threats constantly, their families, their bodies, their homes. So they continue to stand up. We have to support NGOs. We have to be able to double down and really not give up, because that's exactly what they want us to do. I know my wife and I were talking about this, said, let's move out of here. And I said, no, hell no, I am staying. Because they want us to move out. They want to get rid of us. We're watching it as we speak. Our kids are depending on us. Our grandkids are depending on us. I am depending on you. Please join me in making sure that this country upholds the civil rights that it espouses. And please join me to stay in the fight. Thank you very much.